Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Ironcast. It's $10.49, it's 30% off on the Steam store. It is a match 3 with RPG elements, and it's definitely a steampunk puzzle quest kind of game. It is a fun, but frustrating experience in terms of the random nature of the game. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong, if you're a puzzle quest fan or a puzzle fan in general for match 3s, this is a kind of game that you're going to like. It's going to be frustrating, but you're going to like it. And it gets easier as you go along. So I'm going to go right in here. I'm going to continue the campaign that I've started. Now, every campaign you start, if you die, you have to restart. It's very much like a roguelike in that sense. Now, the thing is that you start a little bit better every time when you unlock more upgrades with some of the starting portions of it. So keep that in mind. This is my mech, and I'm at level 5. I have Ares here, who is my pilot. You can choose pilots and different mechs at the start once you start unlocking them. And I will go into a little bit more of this, but I want to show you a mission first before we do anything. So each day, we have a mission that we can choose. Now, there's 6 days before the boss gets here. We got to keep that in mind. So I can choose, let's see. I can press the advantage. I can try to destroy an enemy Ironcast. Each mission will give you a certain amount of war assets. War assets are used to weaken the end boss in terms of the 6 days left. Scrap, which is used to upgrade your machine, and then XP to level up with. So each mission may have a different set of them. Some missions may be very smaller than others, only because of the fact that they may offer an upgrade of some sort. I'm going to go with the Highwayman here. And before every mission, you get a little story portion. I got a wireless telegraphing effect. We've located a thief. Managed to find the thief in the huge mech suit. I mean, pretty easy enough. We need to get the rations here. Now, at the start of your turn, you are always the first to go. And you will see a bunch of different elements here. First are the bullets. The bullets are your attack options. So you're able to fire your guns if you connect enough of these and be able to charge your weapon to attack at that point. First turn you can't attack though, so you're going to want to avoid maybe using that, but in this case I may have to because it's taking up so much of the board. Repair nodes are used to repair your ship, or mech I should say. So let's go and use these along with this link node. Link nodes are able to connect two different colors, so I'm going to take all these at the start here. Alright, that's an overdrive node. I will tell you what that does later on because I don't want to use it yet. We also have energy. Energy is very important on the first turn because it is able to get up your defenses. So, I have energy now that I can use. First, I can bring up my shield. And one of my special abilities for her is that it will reduce the energy cost if I match a certain amount of tiles in terms of like 8 or more or something like that. I forget what exactly the amount is. So I'm going to raise my defenses first. That will help increase my defense against any attack he does. And I'm going to start walking. Walking allows for evasion, so there's a 10% chance that an attack on his side will miss. So you got to sort of balance the amount of, okay, am I attacking, am I defending? What do I have on the board to use? And to finish this off, let's see here. Not a lot of choices here, really. I'm going to take that overdrive, probably. Yeah, I have an ability that allows me to get more overdrive cores, so I'm actually going to, even though I have pretty much full of these bullets, I'm going to take them at this point. So, now, after 3 turns, which is the number here, I end my turn, and it's his turn at this point, and he'll do whatever he needs to do. He's going to attack. Up, he missed. Missed again. That 10% really coming in handy. Now, you saw that overdrive that he used. Keep that in mind. So, first thing is I have 1 overdrive node at this point. If I fire a weapon and use an overdrive node, it will do more damage than normal. So I'm going to fire my shot cannon here. That didn't do so much damage. Well, that's because he's got a shield up. Here are his equipment. So each mech has a certain amount of equipment. You see here, I haven't taken any damage so far. But his take a little bit of damage all over the place. However, my second weapon is more of a laser weapon. It's more of a concentrated fire, and it's able to deal with shields better. So I'm actually going to go after his defensive shield and fire my shock coils. Notice how that only did damage to one element, but it did reasonable damage at this point. So, okay, I can't really do anything else. Let's talk about the cooldown effect. So every time you attack or you like use energy in some way, you have to use a little bit of coolant. If you don't have enough coolant to use it, that's okay. You can attack still. However, you will take damage. It's an overheat mechanism. All right, so let's consider what I can do here. Well, I can take some more energy, and I'm going to need that. I want to bring my defenses up, so I'll take that overdrive node as well. I'll raise my defenses again and start walking. Now, I can stack up to 3 defenses and walks in one turn. Every turn, start of the next turn, you will go down 1 level on the shields and walking. So you can stack multiple levels depending on what you have available. And here, I'm going to just go after his defenses. So I'm going to fire at his... Let's see, I'm going to fire at his shields again. See if I can knock him out. Let's do it one more time. I do need coolant. I'm getting low here. His shields are down, so he's unable to bring up his shields. Now, that's the same thing that can happen to us. Now, keep in mind this. These are where repair nodes come in. So, as you get repair nodes, you can spend 5 of them to repair your devices, even if they're broken. It takes more to repair it, obviously, a broken mech than a non-broken one, but keep that in mind. Let's see here. Don't have a lot of options, really. I do want the energy, so I'm going to take that for the time being, and I'm going to walk a little bit more to up my evasion at this point. He's probably going to spend the turn trying to get his shields back up, I'm guessing. And let's actually do one more fire. All right, so he's feeling it at this point. So remember I said how this is fun but frustrating? Now note the coolant I have right now, and note the board. Right now I've got no good way of getting coolant, and that's where the sort of frustration comes. If a random drop doesn't really help you in terms of the randomization of the board, you could be stuck there for a while. Now I gotta find a way to get coolant on my board rather quickly. There's not a lot of good ways to do that though. I'm gonna try to get these repair nodes just to make some more stuff drop. Okay, good. I got a link node and some coolant that'll help me a little bit. All right, I will link those guys up. I need the coolant that badly at this point. And what is my last turn? So part of the problem is that if things just don't drop your way, you can end up dying just sort of waiting for that one tile to drop. And unlike Puzzle Quest, where you had some multiple options in terms of attacking, really you only have one here. So each of them have their own unique option. Okay, the energy is for the defenses, the repairs for repairs, coolant is for, pretty much everything. Coolant is sort of the lifeblood of this game, and at least in my opinion. All right, I'm going to raise my shields again, even though I don't have a lot of coolant. And I guess I'm going to... Well, if I'm going to use the repair nodes... No, I'm going to use the energy nodes. Might as well get some energy out of this. And I'll walk again, even though I don't have a lot of coolant. 25% is not that bad. I used an overdrive, it looks like. There we go. See, simple enough. Now keep that in mind, the overdrive portion, because I started with an overdrive, and that, sort of helped. Alright, so now I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, well, I don't have a lot of coolant. I really need coolant at this point. I do have the repair nodes to spare, so I'm going to repair my defenses. I'm going to get some coolant at least. And I'm going to get some attack nodes here. He's pretty close to death, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire my shock coils. There we go. Do I attack again? He's not going to die, and I'm going to take damage. And every damage you take, you'll have to repair with scrap afterward. Speaking of scrap, these are scrap, and these are just basically extra experience kind of stuff, extra scrap that you can earn in every mission. I'm gonna walk I'm going to not even put up my shields at this point. I'm going to take the scrap and hope that I get, okay, a little bit more coolant and a lot of repair nodes. I can chain those. So if you look further ahead, you may be able to set up bigger combos, which will help you sort of clear the board up for better options. But on the flip side of that, sometimes you need the coolant right away. All right, I'm going to bring up my repair, take all these repair nodes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Won't get an extra overdrive, but that's all right. There we go. That's the coolant I need. Yep. There we go. I'm going to repair my weapon B, because that is my energy weapon at this point. And I'm going to... I need the energy at this point. I'll get an extra overdrive node for this. And there we go. And let us repair those drives. Let us raise our shields. And let's walk. And end our turn. So there is a lot of strategy in this in terms of when to attack and when to defend at this point. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to finish him off this turn. I'm going to take the coolant and then the bullets. The bullets, as the heavy would say. All right, let's fire with an overdrive. Look at that damage it did with that overdrive. And one more time. And that mech is down. So, simple gameplay, but very strategic, especially when you have to look at the board and try to optimize what you need to do. Now, again, the randomization factor is really annoying because it may not be able to give you what you need. However, there are ways to deal with it. I could lead you to my stash of loot. I should have read all that. Are you sure you can find it without me? I'd take no quarter. Uh-oh, we have another mech. So I didn't allow him to take it. I wasn't able to find the rations in questions. But, alright, fine. I didn't allow my enemy to win. Ooh, but I did get a rare item here. It looks like standard shields is a rare shield blueprint. That's good. That will help me improve my mech, which I'll show you in this next section. Music and the visuals aren't that great, although it's going for that steampunk look. Alright, so I'm going to repair my guy first of all, because I really need to at this point. I don't think I'll have any money for an upgrade. I will want to buy that next. So the scrap is used to improve your mech, and over here you can see I've got two weapons. I've upgraded my shotgun already. Shot cannon, I should say. Energy weapon, that's the sort of concentrated weapon at this point. My defense and my drives, I've upgraded my drive. You'll notice that I upgraded it from something that uses 2 energy to 3 energy, but gives me more of a boost on evasion, which seems to come in handy. I also level up, and every time you level up, you get some kind of either ability or augmentation. So, if my Ironcast is moving at the end of the turn, I gain 2 coolant. Okay, that's pretty useful. Boost the evasion chance of each active walk layer by 5% for 2 turns. Okay, that's still useful. When your coolant reserves are empty, all shot damage is boosted by 20. Again, that's useful, but I don't really want to be doing that a lot. So I'm going to take the drive, the coolant one, because, again, it works well with my movement ability. I also have an ability to double the value of the next node chain to be matched, which somewhat helps, although you have to also keep in mind the fact that you have limitations on your mech. You can only take a certain amount of energy on each of those portions, and thus it only works to a certain extent. All right. I do have another. I have new systems, really? Is it an augmentation of some sort? Yeah, it's a drive augmentation. Okay, so I can either take the energy one, which would be 1 energy per turn, or 2 coolant. Considering my problems with coolant right now, I'm going to take that instead. I should have realized that. You can only have 1 augmentation per device on your mech. I'll do one more mission for you guys, and then sort of walk off at this point. Spoils of War. Okay, here's one. Here's a good one for me to do. So he has got some interesting shields on his mech. The thing is, he's got interesting shields on his mech, but I can take them if I don't damage them. So the idea here is that don't damage their shields, which is pretty problematic, okay? How do I may not be able to do as much damage with the shields. That's the give and take. Okay, I'm going for their shields, but that may not work out so well for me. Oh my god, that's a lot of bullets. Alright, so Now, also keep in mind this. I have a shotgun weapon, so I can't use my shotgun weapon on this at this point. I need to use my laser because that's practical. That's going to go right after the one portion that I target, while the shotgun would hit everything. All right, let's combine all these. Sometimes you want to leave the tiles on the board because the board, like, you won't be able to use all those bullets. However, because of the overdrive node, and that's an ability I chose when I leveled up, it makes a lot more sense for me to take it. All right, let's raise our shields. Let's get those up and running first. I have these repair nodes here. I might as well take them. Even though I won't need them for the first turn, it's always good to have some in reserve just in case. And I'm not going to be able to start moving. That sucks. I was hoping for a little bit better drop on the energy, but I will take some coolant and the overdrive in question. I'll finish that. I do like the customization on the mechs at this point. They also, you know, change the looks based off of it. All right. Oh, he's going after my drives. He doesn't want me to move. Oh, and then he attacked my weapon. Oh, I'm going to have to repair that. That's my lifeblood at this point. Now, I do have a lot to do with him because, again, to attack, it only takes the ammo and the coolant. So let us go after his drives. Considering that I can't go after his shields, I can at least go after his drives to stop him from doing anything else. Overdrive. Ooh. For some reason that okay, so apparently that caused it. I used the wrong weapon, and so I damaged his shields. Good job, Sean. Thus, I failed the mission, which is going to hurt me in terms of being able to take on the boss later on. All right, that was stupid of me. All right, one more time for a good measure at this point. So, again, you have to pay attention. And let me take a look here and see what I missed. Energy weapon, splash damage. Yeah, that's where I screwed up. There's splash damage on that weapon, and thus, actually, I should have never have chosen that mission because all I have are splash weapons at this point. If I had a weapon like, let's say, this one, yeah, the energy lands, there is no splash damage. So that is my fault, and thus the game does punish you for making a wrong choice there. I would like to say that was clever of me in terms of, you know, showing you guys, hey, you got to pay attention. But no, that was just me being stupid. All right, one more mission, and then we will go on. Do we have an extra mission here? Without damaging its armor. Obviously, I can't do that mission. All right, one more mission at this point. Just to show you a little bit more of the gameplay. I mean, it's match 3. You should be knowing of what match 3 is going to show you. And even though it's done a little bit differently, the basic idea is use your tiles to the best of your ability. Now, one thing to note, if I try to escape in terms of like quitting to the title, the campaign is over. Not the mission, the campaign. It really wants to punish you for trying to get around it, and so keep that in mind. All right, let's take some energy nodes here to get up and running. Let's walk. Let's take some more energy nodes to get our shields up. And then let us take repair nodes just to sort of open up the board at this point. So I'm walking, I got my shields up. Now this is a little bit different of a tank. This one's more based on evasion. So his armor is alright, but his movement is a lot stronger than most other things. Alright, he took out a good amount of my defenses, so I'm going to repair that. I'm going to get all these nodes here. Yep, there we go. I was about to say, will that work? Yes, it will. Alright, so I took a lot of stuff there. I'm going to go after his drive core. It's usually tactical to go after their strongest thing first, from my experience, just because, you know, disable their strength. Don't necessarily go after their weakness because they may not be using their weakness. I never usually see the shields on this guy go up. So I'm going to fire with my shot cannon with an overdrive. Alright, I'm also going to do it again. Alright, let us... I'm actually going to use the node multiplier There we go. And I'm going to get 2 overdrive cores from this, which is going to help me deal even more damage. And I'm going to do it one more time. And that was it. That was that simple. See, if you really use your abilities, active abilities well, you can really just pound through it. And now I'm going to go through the second convoy here. All right. Let us do this one more time. I need to get my defenses up. So let's raise my defenses. I won't be able to walk, but that's all right. I'd rather not take the damage at this point. Oh, he's going after my second weapon. That's all right. He overdrove. Okay, he's got a 26% chance of dodging at this point. That is problematic. So I'm going to first, again, go after his drive core. I'm going to take the bullets. I'm going to go right after that drive core. All right, good. He didn't dodge any of that. Excellent. He didn't dodge much of anything. I will repair my weapon B. Oh, but I don't have a lot of options otherwise, and I'm running low on coolant again. So I'm gonna start walking. And I'm going to just take these repair notes to try to open up the board at this point. I'm hoping that the dodge will work to my advantage, because right now I'm sort of defenseless. Nope, that didn't help. Didn't dodge any of that. Okay, one shot missed. That's wonderful. All right, so I am really hurt at this point. I also have to keep in mind my weapon A is really damaged. I'm going to repair that. My shields are damaged as well. All right, let's take the scrap to open up the board maybe. All right, coolant. Oh boy, this is not good. You see again, the way the things are falling at this point. I gotta walk. Hopefully that gives me enough at this point, but I don't know. And again, with the randomization element, this really sucks when it comes to play. Hopefully he doesn't attack again. Okay, I gotta go for the kill at this point. I really do. So let's take that. I'm gonna get an overdrive node from this. All right, let us shotgun. Ah, missed. Come on. There we go. Let's get some more coolant. I'm not gonna, this one shot's got to do it. Oh, thank God. That is a little bit of stressful. Hopefully I'm gonna save the agent. And I think the agent will give me more war assets as opposed to scrap. So leveled up. Cool. And that is Ironcast, you guys. I hope you get the feeling of what this game has to offer. I know I'll be playing this game on and off again. I have a lot of those at this point. With all the games that I try to play on a normal basis, you know, you gotta go back to some when you have a chance. All right, so this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you got an idea of what Ironcast has to offer. I do think it's worth the price of admission, especially for puzzle fans and Match 3 fans with that RPG element. It's not Puzzle Quest. The randomization really does hurt you, but on the other hand, there are ways around that too. All right, I'll see you guys later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.